The altar of emotion. Here's a dangerous thing we don't want to admit. We've replaced the altar of repentance with an altar of emotion. We measure God's presence on how much we feel, instead of how much we're transformed. We chase tears instead of truth, and goosebumps instead of godliness. We don't ask, did I surrender? We ask, did I feel something? Let's call it what it is. Worship has become a mood. Conviction has become optional. And obedience? Well, we'll get to that if the vibe is right. We live in a culture that thinks because Galatians chapter 5 verses 22 through 23 talks about the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, that our faith must be based on our feelings. But that's wrong. Because not all feelings are godly feelings. If that were the case, many of us wouldn't be here today. Because we've all had feelings that would have led us straight to death. Feelings that made us lash out, give up, spiral into sin, or chase something completely toxic. Because it felt right at the moment. We made feelings the final authority, where they were never meant to lead, only to follow. Jesus never said follow your heart. He said follow me. But that doesn't preach well to a crowd who's emotionally addicted. Because here's the truth. The devil doesn't mind if you cry during worship, as long as you stay bound after. He'll let you catch chills, as long as you never catch the call to carry your cross. Emotions without obedience is spiritual entertainment, not transformation. We are called to have self-control, and real self-control keeps feelings like anger, rage, and offense from leading us into sin. Self-control says, I won't react, I'll respond. Reacting is when you're driven by desire to get even. Responding is when you choose to grow and say, you know what? I'm not going to be bitter. I'm going to be better. And if that offends you, good. Because maybe it's time we stop chasing altars that feel good and start building altars that make us holy. If your faith only works when the lights are low and the band is playing, it's not faith. It's theater. Jesus didn't die so we could feel better. He died so we could be free. And freedom doesn't come through feelings. It comes through fire, through truth, through repentance. It's time to trade the emotional highs for eternal holiness. Time to tear down the altar of emotion and rebuild the altar of surrender.